What's going on, y'all? It's the kid Jay Nolan here. Hey man, I got a crazy story to tell y'all about, man. I saw the headline and was like, what the fuck is really going on? Okay, so we got to talk about this Florida woman who stole nearly $3 million from a Holocaust survivor, and she's now being sentenced to over 4 years in prison. She played some stupid games and won some stupid prizes. I mean, she got some money along the way, but I don't know. She went a little bit too far. Probably should have backed out maybe halfway through, but let's get into it. So as I stated before, this Florida woman by the name of Peaches Sturgis, she drained this 87-year-old man's life savings. She was posing as a love interest on some dating app. I don't know what dating app he found her on, but I'm sure he regrets that shit to this day. And then she proceeded to live lavishly off of the $2.8 million that he ended up wiring her over a course of 4 years. Peaches Sturgis, she's 36 years old. She resides in Champions Gate, Florida, and she was described by the U.S. District Judge as unspeakably cruel. They said that she was motivated by greed as they announced her sentence in Manhattan federal court. So she was detained by the feds. Given a chance to speak in court, Ms. Sturgis simply said, "I'm sorry." She didn't have no further explanation. She didn't want to get no further understanding. She just wanted to say, "I'm sorry, send me to my cell. I will figure out the rest later." And that's what they did. When she met this 87-year-old man, she initially came to the table back in May of 2017. He was a once successful businessman, so he had a lot of money. She claimed that she needed some financial relief because there was a lawyer that was refusing to release a payout from a bogus injury settlement, basically saying, "I hurt myself on the job," or some bullshit. "I'm trying to get the lawyer to go ahead and clear me for my payment. They won't let the money go. Can you help me?" On some real fugazi shit. From the kindness of his heart, he sent her a check for $25,000, wired it to him. Over the next 4 years, she was able to coax and trick this man into sending her 62 checks totaling over $2.8 million. He kept sending her money until he was completely broke, not even able to take care of himself, feed himself, or maintain his own place of residence. And that $25K that he sent her the first time around wasn't even the biggest amount. Okay, she got him to send as much as $50,000 at a time. She told him desperate lies and faked letters from bank employees to back up her claims. They said that she even traveled to New York to visit him in his Manhattan apartment, falsely claiming that she was a nanny named Alice. All of it which is false. So I don't even know if they really met on a dating app. What if they met on a goddamn caregiver app and he was trying to slide a little extra mushu in there because she talking about she a nanny? He was thinking, "Oh shit, I done hit a jackpot. I got a motherfucker that could come up here and take care of me every now and then. Yeah, I pay you. I pay you. What's the price?" Of course, throughout all of their interaction, she failed to mention that she had a long-term boyfriend that she was in a serious relationship with, and she also has 2 children. So this man was getting played from the jump and proceeded to get played for the next 4 years, and she had a whole ass man out in Florida that was living in the lap of luxury along with her. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the dude is the ringleader because, I mean, just look at her, man. She don't really seem like a very luxurious woman. I mean, where's the luxury here? You don't even see costume jewelry on this motherfucker, man. So, nah. He was the one doing it. I mean, we're going to get into everything that they spent this money on in a second, and you'll see why I say this. As this 87-year-old lost his life savings and was forced to surrender his apartment, she used his money to live a life of luxury, traveling on expensive trips to Europe and Las Vegas. She was living in a gated community on his dime. She even obtained a boat and numerous cars, including a Corvette and a Suburban. Come on, a Corvette and a Suburban, you know that motherfucking nigga wanted that shit, man. They said she spent nearly all of this man's money, including thousands of dollars for expensive meals, gold coins and gold bars, jewelry, Rolex watches, and designer clothing. And she looks like a plain Jane motherfucker, so you know it's the man pulling all of the strings. Honestly, I believe he uploaded her pictures onto the app and was actually the one talking to this man. I think he was pimping her out. I think everybody here is damn near a victim, and she's the one serving the hard time because she's the one that the old man knows. But I honestly feel like that motherfucking dude need to be in a cell in another prison. As part of her sentencing, she's facing a $2.8 million restitution and forfeiture order. They've seized her assets, closed her account, so she has access to none of what this man sent her over the last 4 years. They continue to say Miss Peaches Sturgo callously defrauded an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor who was simply looking for companionship. Of course, they're going to throw some extra sauce on that motherfucker. But she did not get away with it, as today's sentence demonstrates perpetrators of romance scams will be held to account for their crimes. So all you people out there that want to come behind it and try this shit, you want to find an old person with some money to pounce on, y'all motherfuckers going to start going to jail and prison too. The feds is on to y'all. Prosecutor said Sturgo even mocked this old man because they tracked down a conversation in text threads where she was talking to her actual boyfriend saying, "This motherfucker said he loved me. LOL." That's not an exact quote. She just told him that he loved her. I'm throwing a little bit of extra sauce on it just like the goddamn prosecutors. But she really did put a LOL on it, basically showing that she didn't really care for him. Then, once he ran out of money, he was unable to send her anything else. She convinced him to sell an inventory of diamonds and even urged him to borrow money from other people. Basically saying, I don't give a fuck what you're going through. You lost your apartment. You're losing all your money. You need to continue to look out for me because I've been coming up there seeing you. I've been looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? She probably been rubbing him down with goddamn icy hot baby oil, rubbing his bones, goddamn rheumatoid arthritis and shit, you know what I mean? Probably lacing up his goddamn orthopedic sneakers when he need to get on the elevator, go to the bottom floor of the apartment complex, making him feel like a real one, you know what I mean? Thought he had a diamond in the rough because she sure looked rough, I'm just gonna be honest. Thought she was gonna help him clean out his closet. She ended up taking this motherfucker to the cleaners. Now, as y'all should have noticed by now, I haven't said anyone's name. They're refusing to release the victim's name to the public. They're simply referring to him as the victim. But they said that he suffers from cognitive decline, among other health issues, and is frail. I'm sure they're probably trying to block his identity just in case anyone else wants to try to jump on him. But if you're somebody that's looking into these cases, you might be able to find him. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to encourage nobody to do that. He also wrote a letter to the judge himself stating that he lost both of his parents at the age of 6 years old. He relocated to the United States in his early 20s, and he said, as a Holocaust survivor, I've endured unspeakable pain and loss in my life, but never did I imagine that I would be subjected to such a heartless betrayal in my old age. I would love to know what you did expect when you went on this app, right? Because you out here trying to find young women. You found a 36-year-old. You didn't find somebody that was in your league, in your category, in your age bracket. You found a young woman 50 years younger than you. So what did you think she was going to do? What do you think she wanted? Because she kept asking you for money, so clearly you understood that she wanted it. You just as liable in this situation as she is. I'm not even sure why she's going to jail, because you willingly gave it to her. She didn't come up there and take no money out of your shit. You continue to write her checks every time that she asks for them motherfuckers. I know that you ain't all the way there. You're old. They say you got cognitive decline, meaning that your brain's not working right. But where are your family? Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Do you have aunts, uncles? They say here that your cousin thought she actually cared about you. Where's the cousin? That motherfucker was able to get food too. All y'all motherfuckers is guilty. Then Miss Peach's lawyer gonna come out and try to paint a clean picture of this woman, talking about she's a partner to a longtime boyfriend. She has 2 teenage boys. They describe her as a great mother and a born-again Christian. Now, why would you bring God into this? You've already done God-forsaken things to obtain your fortune. Now you want to talk about being born again. When were you born again? Was it before or after the lawsuit? Was it before or after being put in that motherfucking cell? Was it before or after you ran out of money? Then they come out saying she's not a cold-hearted person like the government and the media have made her out to be. There was a genuine, caring relationship that Miss Sturgo had with the victim in this case. She spent holidays with him. She took care of him when he was sick. And like I said, the victim's cousin described she was doting on him, which means that she had a high level of adoration for him. Where was all this adoration when he lost his apartment and you didn't give no fucks? You living in a gated community in Florida, he out in goddamn New York losing his place. You didn't say, hey, come stay with me. You sure didn't do that. It's because you're getting pimped out and you thought you was pimping his ass. Now your ass finna get pimped in jail. But I must say, man, for this older gentleman, what did you really think was going to happen, man? And I'm gonna be honest, there's so many other ways you could have spent $3 million. You could have funded new businesses. If you really needed companionship that bad, why didn't you find somebody local? If you needed to be taken care of because she said she was a nanny, why couldn't you find somebody local? This is why I can't really give you all of the sympathy that I would like to give you as a victim, because you made some real questionable moves out here. Do you know? The same things that you wanted from this scallywag here, you could have got from a real nice one in your area. that needed money. You paid this woman almost $3 million. You could have paid somebody $30,000, $40,000 a year and got treated like a king year round. Since you independent, you could have got all the mushu that you could have possibly wanted along that time period. But you played a stupid game and won the stupidest prize of them all. She out here buying Rolex watches, man. Come on, what that sound like? She ain't got no Rolex. She barely got hair on her fucking head and a phone. A Corvette and a Suburban. You know that dude was driving both of them bitches. That nigga wanted some speed and he wanted a family vehicle. You talking about they bought gold coins. You know you rolling in the dough when you could just spend money on gold motherfucking coins that you ain't gonna do shit with. You ain't gonna resell them. You just wanted to get your hands on the motherfuckers. I heard gold is valuable, goddamn. You ain't even got the shit no more. You done got caught up. Your lies done caught up. Your actions done caught up. Your sins have caught up. I mean, goddamn, even bought a boat? Are you fucking kidding me? Out here taking trips a few times out the year going to Europe and Vegas. Living in a gated community. Ain't that about a bitch? Y'all motherfuckers eating at all the expensive places to get your food at. Y'all just doing the most. You out here living it up a la Ja Rule and shit, man. Living a fucking MTV Cribs episode and whatnot while this man losing everything. He out here borrowing money from the few friends that he do got, and the friends should have whooped his ass. I won't say whooped his ass, but the friends should have taught some sense in his ass. Like, bro, all this money you done made in your life, you was sharp as a motherfucking wick. All of a sudden now you broke. Now you need money from me to do what? So yeah, I really don't feel sorry for him, man. All of this Holocaust victim shit, I hate that this article is even using that. I know that's the sensationalist shit to get people's eyes on it. She didn't know that motherfucker was a Holocaust survivor, at least not from the beginning. I don't even know if she was the one talking to him. Let me be clear. I think it was the dude. But somebody was like, okay, you looking for somebody to look out for you? I got you covered. Then, of course, once she started flying out there, having conversations with him, maybe talking on the phone, at some point, he probably revealed that he was a Holocaust survivor. She probably didn't think nothing of it. Like, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. What could she possibly say? But they're using this to kind of get more people to pay attention to the story. That's all that is, man. That part I don't like. They threw a little bit too much sauce on that. There's a lot of barbecue that I wasn't looking for. Because you know you can't do or say anything towards the Jews in this country, you know what I'm saying? Because of that Holocaust, and you know, rightfully so, because you can't say nothing else about slavery, but a lot of motherfuckers try to play with it, and we don't have no reinforcements. When one of us gets scammed, you can't say, oh, a motherfucker descendant of slavery just got taken advantage of. They don't say that in the news, do they? I'm just saying. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell. I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there, man. Watch what you're doing, okay? And please don't be trying the same shit at home. You're gonna get your ass locked up in the feds too. Be safe out there, man. Peace.